Leo, what is going on? All right, we're going to do a quick energy check-in on love for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Hope y'all are doing well. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. This is timeless, everyone. If this does resonate, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments. It is general, so if it doesn't hit for you, check out your other placements. All right, if you're returning, thank you for all of your support and your beautiful energy. Keep in mind, this is my only channel. People are stealing shit. So if you see my content anywhere else, please report. If you go to my homepage on YouTube, there is a check mark. I am verified, so don't fall into the snakes stealing content. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on. Make sure you hang out to the end of the reading as I clarify. We might get some little surprises here and there. You can get good pockets of advice, so don't bounce too early. All right, let's see what's coming in for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, when it comes to love. All right, y'all, let's check it out. Coming into the reading, what do we got? We got the Five of Wands. There's your fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries. What's influencing or challenging? The Knight of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What's on your mind, Leo? The Lovers, Gemini energy. What happened in the recent past? You got the Ten of Cups in reverse. Why is it all going down? What's in the foundation? We got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. And what's your outcome? What do we got? We got the Page of Wands. Fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, what's at the bottom of the deck? What's your overall energy coming in? You've got the Fool. Might be connecting with an Aries. You have Aries in your chart. The Ten of Wands. Look at all the wands showing up. And the High Priestess in reverse. Pisces energy. Something's coming to light. You've been honing in on your intuition about a situation. Something's heavy. It's a heavy load, a lot of burdens. With the Fool energy, something about taking a risk here. Somebody may be a big fat clown. You may have discovered this person was a big fat clown, maybe playing you for a fool, or you thought they were, playing you for a fool or something like that. It's all happening because of the Hierophant. So this is, your inner kind of voice with the Hierophant. It is a commitment. It can be, relationship, wanting something traditional. But the Hierophant is also your own standards, your belief systems, your values, right? That's why this is all happening. Your energy feels very much like, I want a traditional relationship. I'm serious. I'm not going to back down on my values. Coming into the reading with that Five of Wands, you might be on, a different page than someone here. You did have that Ten of Cups in the recent past. It's in the reverse. So somebody told you, or you thought you were going to get like happily ever after, with the situation here. The challenge could be that maybe somebody didn't keep their word. That Knight of Cups it is a love offer or an apology, but, it's a knight, and those knights tend to come and go. So maybe somebody just didn't stick to their word here. It has to do with wanting something traditional, commitment, but now you're burdened by this because somebody is living in Peter Pan syndrome with that Fool, right? This would involve taking a risk, taking this connection to the next level. With the Lovers on your mind, you feel a very strong connection to this person, right? You may even feel like they're a soulmate, Leo. Let's see what's going on. Why is the Fool here with the Ten of Wands? This is your overall energy. What's this about? The Fool and the Ten of Wands with the Ace of Wands. Somebody could just be about the physical here, right? With that Ace of Wands. There's a very strong connection, a lot of passion. You guys are really drawn to each other, the Ace of Wands. But the Page of Coins in reverse, there's no, somebody's immature when it comes to some sort of, long-term connection, some sort of stability here. You thought this was going to happen. Now, the Ten of Cups in reverse in the past, that could be a divorce or a breakup. So keep in mind, everybody's on a different timeline. So past, present, future energy. It just feels like you thought this was going to go somewhere. And then somebody's now almost like cold feet. Coming into the reading, we've got the Five of Wands. There's your fire energy. Now we got a King of Coins in reverse. Who's this King of Coins in reverse? Acting selfishly. The King of Coins, again, it could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but this King of Coins in reverse is just kind of thinking of themselves. And with the Five of Wands, they could have a lot going on in their life. Maybe they're more focused on their career, their money, but it feels like this person's just lacking stability. For some of you, it's financial, instability. and you guys are arguing or you're just not on the same page. God, we got the Page of Cups in reverse. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is somebody that's like super immature. I just feel like somebody's going back on their word here. Got all these reversals, Leo. My deck is in the right direction here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, everything's in the right direction. Death card in reverse, you could be connected with a Scorpio. This is somebody that's resistant to change. So again, it's like somebody tells you everything you want to hear, but then when it comes down to it, to like really making something happen, they resist moving forward. This is somebody, I just get the sense this is somebody who deep down like wants to be free, like wants to, is afraid to take risks. They don't want to commit. What the hell? Knight of Cups, Queen of Coins in reverse. We've got a King and a Queen of Coins in reverse. So that tells me at one point, the King and the Queen of Coins were in the upright. So a relationship, a commitment, something, really thinking about long-term and stability and settling down and all of those wonderful things. But this didn't happen. Why? Why is this going down for Leo? What is this? Because of the Seven of Wands. Somebody's too guarded. Somebody got cold feet here. Somebody may have even broken like an engagement, or you guys, again, were talking about marriage, moving in together, something like that. Why is the Ten of Cups in reverse in the past? Because of the Emperor in reverse. Aries energy. Yeah, the Emperor can be a husband or somebody that's, in the upright, the divine masculine. Somebody who's standing in their power. They want to do the work. Very stable, grounded, mature energy. Is all about nurturing a connection. But somehow that Emperor turned into reverse. It made you very unhappy with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Or this person lacked boundaries. This can be somebody who's really stuck in their ego, very controlling. They want power. And when they don't see that happening or they're not in that energy, they lose their shit. Why is the Emperor in reverse? Page of Wands in reverse. Y'all are getting all these reversals. I know people are going to be pissed in the comments. It's just how they're coming out, y'all. My cards are facing the right way. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse? Again, somebody's super immature. Getting all these pages in reverse. I do feel like you guys cut communication with this person when you found out their true self. With the Two of Cups. Yeah, somebody promised you this like relationship. This happily ever after. Were they already involved with somebody? What's this Two of Cups? Six of Cups in reverse. This could be somebody that like you've taken back, they're like in and out of your life. There's a lot of negative energy. There's a lot of stuck energy and it's due to somebody's past. This person seems kind of wounded. They may have some like childhood abandonment issues, like that kind of thing. I think that they definitely felt a connection with you, Leo, but something made them like resist. Out of nowhere. All these damn pages. Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, and the pages can represent children. And with that Six of Cups in reverse, something to do with their past or childhood. This person is very kind of gossipy. They didn't tell the truth about something with that Page of Swords in reverse. Why is the Lovers on your mind? What's this about? And the Ten of Swords. Ooh. Something about a very deep connection, making a choice or decision to remove yourself, even though you feel like they're a soulmate, you're supposed to be together. You're trying to take the emotion and use logic because this person's hurt you with the Ten of Swords. And you feel like you have no other choice but to end this connection. What is this Ten of Swords? What happened here? The Wheel in reverse. Something didn't go your way. Something's very stuck, that. It could be karmic. But also, too, for some of you, this person said that they were going to leave somebody else. Oh, we're separated. We're getting divorced. And then they didn't. You found out that that was a lie. There's a lie here, and it has to do with moving your relationship forward. They promised you the world, and then they went back on that word. And it could be because of another person. Why is the Hierophant here? This is in the foundation. This is why it's all going down. Taurus energy. Why is the Hierophant here in the foundation for Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah, the Four of Wands in reverse. Because of a marriage, a long-term relationship, when it comes to your energy with this person, with the Four of Wands in reverse, there's a lack of stability when it comes to your foundation. This could be, okay, somebody broke an engagement. You were supposed to move in together. That went awry. Or you're taking this relationship to the next level. For some of you, this is a twin flame. It's very painful. What's this about? Twin flames suck, y'all. Yeah, the Five of Swords. See, somebody was very manipulative. They were playing some mind games here. And listen, everybody's story is different. Everybody's on a different timeline. For some of you, there wasn't anyone else involved. This person just manipulated you into thinking you guys were going to have a future together. And then they pulled back. They never had that intention with the Fool. The Fool is very, yes, the Fool can be, let's take that leap of faith. There's a risk involved. But the Fool can also be somebody who is very childlike, somebody who makes choices or decisions without really thinking them through. And this person's got some deep-seated wounds or something that could go back to childhood. I'm getting a lot of like kind of abandonment issues. And listen, I'm not saying that lightly. Like that shit's tough, right? But it feels like you've been very hurt in this process. Why is the Ten of Swords here? With the World in reverse, you feel a lack of closure with the World in reverse, or you feel like somebody didn't end something with somebody else in order for y'all to move forward, but you just kind of like found this out, that somebody was playing with your head with the Five of Swords. Why is the Page of Wands here? What's this outcome for Leo? Page of Wands and the Star in reverse. You guys are on to new things, or you're trying to with the Page of Wands. Manifesting in new directions. Why is the Star in reverse? Sign of Aquarius. Why is this here in the outcome? Got the Seven of Cups in reverse. You see the truth of the situation, that there's really no hope. You feel like you have to give up on the situation. A situation that you saw, you were very hopeful about at one point. You saw this as a really bright, kind of positive person in your life. But the illusions are gone with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Like you're not being fooled. High Priestess in reverse. Something came out. Pisces energy. Why is this High Priestess in reverse? What is the secret that came out? The Strength card in reverse, that's you, Leo. Yeah, you feel like giving up on the situation with the Strength card in reverse. You feel like you're exhausted, you're tired, you don't have the strength to deal with it. Somebody's like really insecure. You're dealing with somebody who couldn't like man up or woman up to tell you the truth. Damn, y'all. You got the Six of Wands in reverse. A lot of Leo energy there. So there's your energy. Six of Wands in reverse it's just, don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, that is the energy of, well, shit, I feel like I've lost in the situation. This ended up not going anywhere that I thought it would. Queen of Swords, but you're setting boundaries. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy with that Queen of Swords. This is you speaking your truth. I do see some sort of communication with this person, Leo, but I see you telling them to pretty much F off. Like you don't have the strength to deal with it. You don't want to overcome this big obstacle that's in the way. You don't feel like there's any success left. This person's ego got in the way with the Eight of Coins. They may tell you they still want to work on the connection, but y'all, this person was not truthful. They played a lot of games, and I just feel like you're too tired to deal with it. Justice, the right thing to do, right? You need balance in your life, and you feel like whatever went on with this person, it left you living in some sort of imbalance. With Justice, again, Libra energy. Justice can be the cards of marriage here. Again, you may find out that they're still putting work into a situation that they, told you was over, and telling you they wanted to build this life with you, and then come to find out, yeah, see, Ten of Cups, marriage. There's something to do with long-term relationship or marriage, and somebody tried to pull the wool over your eyes. They did this, painting this fantasy that you guys were going to have, this happily ever after, but they were manipulating you. They never wanted that, or they never thought that they were going to move in that direction. Or for some of you, they are in a situation where they're telling you it's over, and it would be like a long-term relationship or a marriage. Oh, we're separated. I'm sleeping on the couch. We don't even get along. Some shit like that. And then you find out that's not the truth. Right? There's something like that. What is this Five of Swords? What is this like mind games, this petty bullshit energy? What's this Five of Swords about? Yeah, the Two of Coins. Somebody was being shifty or juggling with the Two of Coins. Somebody was being, kind of going back and forth here on a decision of what they really wanted. They were kind of trying to juggle you, keep you happy, paint this picture, right? But all along they were juggling. Y'all, can we just like put all of these horrible people on an island, please? I mean, people need to stop really effing with other people's feelings. Karma is real and she never forgets an address. People need to learn. Temperance, they tried to work something out with somebody else, heal, reconcile. With Temperance here, this is bounce. You guys, your energy seems pretty shaken and very upset, which I don't blame you. But healing is coming for you with Temperance, right? This situation will get balanced out. It doesn't feel like it, but for you, I know now, but it's coming. Yeah, with the Knight of Coins in reverse, somebody with the Knight of Coins in reverse, they just had no intention of moving forward. They were almost like trying to keep you stuck. For some of you, they're trying to keep you in a situation until they figured out what was going to happen in their marriage or long-term relationship. And then come to find out they're reconciling that relationship, or they never had any intention of leaving that relationship. And it's making you feel left out in the cold with the Five of Coins. Yeah, with the Lovers, you felt a strong connection. You thought this was your person, right? Lovers can be, you know, there's somebody else involved as well. Four of Coins in reverse. You're letting it go, though. You will. Yeah, you're going to show them your ass as you walk away with the Eight of Cups. Knight of Cups in reverse. Somebody love bombed you. Y'all, I'm sorry this is so negative. It's just, that's how it's coming out. And that's what this is, you know? What's the advice for Leo? What is Leo's advice, please, when dealing with this person and situation? What's Leo's advice? You got the Three of Cups in reverse. Listen to your intuition. If you thought there was a third party or somebody wasn't leaving, there definitely was. That is the truth. Three of Cups in reverse. Spirit's telling you don't reconcile with this person, right? If they come back, like just you're not on the same page, and they're always going to have like this third party bullshit going on. So yeah, it's toxic. There's somebody else with the Devil, Capricorn energy, and this person just wanted to keep you stuck. Very selfish energy is what's going on here. The Devil, very toxic. This may have been some sort of lesson. I mean, I hate to say that. We get tired of hearing that shit, but that's, you know, with the Fool in reverse, don't trust this person. You'll probably hear from them at some point, but Spirit's saying do not trust it. Like it's toxic AF. They have somebody else, or this is the type of person that always likes to have several options. That Five of Swords, again, I keep going back to that. That Five of Swords is, again, just playing games, right? Like trying to get their way at all costs. All right, Leo, that's what I have for y'all. I'm sending you lots of hugs and love because I know this was a tough reading. Try to release, take a salt bath, burn some sage, and tell this devil to kiss your MFing ass. And being a Leo, I know you will. All right, you guys, I love you hard. Love me hard back. We'll speak soon. Take care.